What's up everybody, back again with another raid guide, and today we're taking a look at normal / heroic Vigilant Guardian. Now keep in mind that this is PTR raid testing, so some things can change once this hits live. The Vigilant Guardian is aided by various automas that are powered down, and killing automas redistributes their power to the next largest nearby automa, and once at full power they'll activate. And then you can kill these to power up even bigger automas, and your goal is to eventually power up an automated defense matrix. So let's break this down a bit. Now around the encounter space there's 3 camps of automas, each with 1 defense matrix, a couple of point defense drones, and tons of volatile materium adds. And along the wall where the boss is chilling there are prefabricated sentries. So the volatile materium and prefabricated sentries will be periodically activated by the boss, and by killing these you send energy to the point defense drones, which in turn sends energy to the defense matrix. But to be fair, this is all pretty much fancy talk for just AoE forehead. And when the boss reaches full energy, it will expose its core and deal lethal damage to the raid every second for 10 seconds. Unless you cuddle up near an active defense matrix, which reduces damage taken by exposed core by 90%. However, on heroic it also reduces damage taken by other automas inside of this. Now when the boss is done exposing itself, the defense matrix ad dies and drops an unstable core. Now you need to pick this up, move to the boss in the wall, and use the extra action button to blow him up. And after you've detonated 3 cores, he's gonna plop out of the wall. Now for the ads themselves, most of it is just nuke forehead. Prefab sentries, tank slapper that deals increasing damage every slap, didn't even seem to warrant a tank swap while testing. It also has a frontal cone-ish, now just avoid standing in it. Volatile materium, just nuke. Point defense drones teleport away and start spam casting. They can be stunned, gripped, etc. And they're really the only ad you need to keep a bit of an eye on. When it teleports away, just grip it back or knock it back. Now in phase 1, the boss will also fire some lasers. Refracted blast, it targets several players' locations, spawns a few circles or hexagons that explodes after a bit. And de-resolution that targets a location in the room. Seem to be the middle area, and it also targets a player. After a few seconds, a laser pew-pews from the targeted location towards the targeted player and spawns tons of those hexagons all over the place. They go boom boom, just aim the beam away from the raid and don't stand in the hexagons. So like I said, phase 1 is all about AoEing down ads fast, so you can activate all the defense matrix. If possible, you want to activate all 3 before the first exposed core, as the defense matrix only drop their cores if they're active during the exposed core AoE. Now this was doable during testing, but tuning can change that once it goes live. Now once you've detonated 3 cores on top of the boss, phase 2 starts and the Autobot will roll out. So no more ads to worry about unless you have some still alive. Boss will still use Refracted Blast, but gains a few non-wall abilities, if you will. Big one is Matter Dissolution. It targets a few random players, seem to always go on a non-tank any random player, and after a few seconds several orbs will fly out from the targeted player and slowly move back in towards the player's location from where they launched. Now if you get hit, you take a ton of damage, and you take 100% more damage from subsequent orb hits. So if you get targeted by it, run away from raid, poop away. Now tanks will also get smacked by Split Resolution that spawns a kind of snowflake pattern of hexagons. Again, don't stand in the hexagons. And at 50 energy, boss will slap tanks with Pneumatic Impact, which deals a ton of damage and increases damage taken by Pneumatic Impact by 200%. So like tank swap after 2. And once the boss hits 15%, phase 3 starts, which is just a burn or execute phase. Every 3 seconds the raid will take cosmic damage, which is increased by 25% every 3 seconds. So eventually you will just die. So 15%, pop bloodlust, slap boss, loot boss. There's really not much more to say about phase 2 and 3. Move out with Matter Dissolution, don't stand and poop on the ground, lust at 15% and win. Like I said, it's PTR, so a lot of things can change, but at this point I doubt it. Might just be some weird timings and overlaps. Now if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments or become a patron and get access to the Stankie Discord, where you can find raid week auras, notes, and a ton of helpful people for all your progression needs. It's also the fastest way to get a hold of me. I'm also streaming all progression raids on Thursdays and Sundays, and I play with a Swedish guild now, so streams will be a bit swinglish during progressions. Now don't forget the usual YouTubey stuff, subscribe, like or dislike, ring that notification bell. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.